Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous the Day-to-Day Grind, and we've got a mini series underneath that called the Engineers. We're going by each of the engineers that I can unlock that's not combat required, and we've hit Felicity, Farseer, we hit Olivia Martuk, and now we're going out to the Dweller, and we also hit Lee Chung. So, but we're going to go out to the Dweller. Is this right? Okay, what he requires, he has some grade 5 access, or I have grade 5 access with him right now. But you learn by common knowledge about the Dweller. You gain access in dealing with 5 black markets, and you fulfill the initial contract by paying him 500,000 credits. So $500,000. Okay, so we got the 5 black markets. I want to help you with that. Let me pull over an Inera page. So Inera CZ, and we're going to HR 7294. I have to hesitate because my microphone is on my headset, so I want you to be able to hear me. So you can see that page from Inera CZ, and we're going to Springer Market so we can buy 5 units of narcotics. Then we're going to Parico, and at 6 stations we'll take they have black market, so then we're going to go there and sell them at those, and that's a nearby station. So we should get started, so then we can go out to the Dweller and you can start modifying power distributors and pulse lasers and things like that. So let's get started. So, sys left. Let me move that page. Yeah, I moved it. It moved. Just wanted to make sure it's not in your way, because what you see and what I see can be different, because I'm using a headset. Okay, so let's see here. Now I have all of these unlocked, but I'm going to act semi as if I don't, so to help you out. And we're going to Springer Market, and it's 4 jumps. Sys left. Sys left. See, we got 4 jumps to go. We got plenty of fuel, so that's good. So let's get started in our jumps. And while we're going, please look at the bottom of the video to the right, and you see a subscribe button. If you'd press that, that would be great, because that would help me out.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
And if you don't see that one, you can scroll down just a little bit further to the right, and you'll see another subscribe button. So just click one of them. It would be awesome. And to the left, the far left, you will see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. Let's point up 90 degrees. And then when you get a chance, go to my YouTube channel, and there is a tab that says About. You'll press that About button. You'll see I've got a drawing giveaway for new subscribers that have subscribed within the last 28 days. And as of this video, when it was published, you have to be a new subscriber as of 28 days, and that's set by YouTube, not by me. I can only see those that have subscribed in the last 28 days. That the subscription is set to public, so you've got to set it to public. Half of my subscribers right now are set to private. I can't see them. I can't see who they are, so I can't put them in a drawing. Then I can't contact you if I don't have your information, contact information. So if you will, to the email address that's in that About.
Disengaging automated flight control routine. Safe travels, Commander.
So on that About page, you see I give an email address. So send me your contact email. Also reference your YouTube channel that you use to subscribe to my channel, so I can verify your subscription. As long as I can verify your subscription, you're put into the drawing. And every week, sometime during the week, I don't announce exactly when, because I'm hoping people won't subscribe a few minutes before the drawing and unsubscribe after the drawing to try to manipulate it. But so sometime between Sunday and Saturday, and I'll contact you if you win. And you can win multiple times during that 28 days also. That's good. That's fine too. Okay, so let's see if we can find our destination, and it's behind the planet. So we'll pull out away from the planet, going to Super Cruise first, and then we'll find our destination. Okay, wanted to make sure we were recording too, and we are. We have to get away from the planet so we can see our destination. And we have 4 jumps, or we'll see the next jump, but that way down our final destination. And yeah, I'm probably goody two-shoes or something like that, because I don't like doing black markets, but sometimes you have to. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you as an example of buying them, and then where to go to sell them. I'm not going to actually buy them, so since I've already bought them, and I don't want to cause myself any additional chances of issues and fines and things like that. I didn't get fined the first time I did this, and you probably won't this time. But I'm going to show you. We're going to go there, and I'll show you in the commodities where you can buy narcotics. And then I'll take you to the black market. Since I'm not carrying any, they probably won't let me see the black market, but you can open it up since you're carrying something that's illegal in most markets. So I'm going to show you without actually doing it again.
Frameshift drive charging.
But we're going to go there. And at the beginning of this video, I showed you from Inera.zz's website
4, 3,
where we're going.
1. Engage.
At HR 7290 something. And we'll look at it just a second as soon as we get away from the star. Is this left? Yeah, HR 7294. That's where we're going to pick up the narcotics, or to show you where to pick it up. I was watching my sensor the whole time too, that I didn't get too close to the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Really recommend rolling over where you can see the star.
Four, three, two, one.
And you noticed I use the Discovery scanner. As you'll see, when I go to stations, I sell the cartographics, and sometimes it's like 1.2 million just from using the Discovery scanner.
System scan.
Remember,
complete.
do not accelerate until you're pointing away from the star, or you'll have heat issues. I know from experience. That's why I have heat sinks on board too, and I suggest that. That would have
Frameshift
saved me a
drive
lot of
charging.
pain and agony.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
And if you want a place closer to where you're currently located, that Anera CZ, they've got a commodities market on the far left, and you can punch in narcotics and your starting location. And it'll tell you the nearest place to buy. And then you look up systems near you that have black markets. And then you can go buy each of those black market locations and sell 1 unit of narcotics. But this is the way I did it when I first unlocked the Dweller, and it worked fine. There was like one station that somebody had given me the list that would no longer accept them, so I just went to the next one. There's like 6 stations within that system that will allow you to sell narcotics. So you just pick all of them, go from one to the next to the next.
Ready to engage.
If you happen to get a fine, it's not going to be extreme,
Engage.
so you pay the fine and go and continue. But since they have black markets within those stations, they usually don't fine you for things like that. That's part of their business. They're usually anarchy systems anyway, so they don't hold fast to those types of rules. Okay, it says we're here. Yep, we're here. It says left. We're going to go to Stringer Market. And that's where we're going to buy, or I'm going to show you where you can buy them. I'm not going to actually buy them myself this time. I did that on the Suntil relics, and I think that's where that interdiction came from, but since I've already unlocked it and I had to then go find some place to sell them, I'm going to go to these places and show you what you can do to unlock each engineer. But see, this is pretty easy because there's so many places that you can buy narcotics from. And then there's so many black market stations that you can sell it at. So this one's not as difficult as like the meta-alloys, since the Thargoids are at war with the Federation and Empire and Independent factions and systems, and you can't find meta-alloy. It's hard to find them at the moment. And Darnell's Progress Station in Maya, when I went there, she didn't have them. Didn't have anything in the commodities. Commodities was empty. So I'm not positive if mine is having trouble, but when I asked around on the forums, they said, yeah, right now it's almost impossible to find them. They said you'd have to go over 700 light years away from the bubble to find them. So I'm taking their word for it too. And I went to about 10 sites that you can harvest them, and they were already harvested and they wouldn't respawn going back to the main menu or any of that kind of stuff. So I wasn't able to get a hold of them.
LAC Romeo Golf India. We've prepared a landing pad for your...
But Olivia Martuk also engineer mods FSDs too, just like Felicity Farseer. So there are alternatives. Sis left.
Permission authorized. Adjust heading for approach to pad 3-3. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
Yeah, when I was trying to find out how to unlock the Dweller, they would give you basic information when I went looking, but they wouldn't take you to the stations to find what you're looking for, and take you to a few of the black market places or the system where you can try selling them. They just kind of told you, okay, this is what you do, go do it. So I want to do a little better than that, and I want to do a video archive of each engineer, so you can use that as a reference when you go to the material trader to collect those or to exchange those materials for the ones that you need. Go ahead and refuel. Take care of the advanced maintenance. Go to Universal Cartographics. It's 24,000 this time. That's just from doing the Discovery scanner. Go to contacts. They have a black market here too, and it's probably in the black market. See, and they do sell narcotics. So that's one for sure that you can buy and then sell. They even have 64, and all you need is really 5. So, and it's not inexpensive. So go ahead and buy 5 units of narcotics, and then we'll go to the next system, and I'll plug that in. And on the screen you got to see the system, and you got to see all the stations that do have a black market. Sys left. So we're going to go to that. Sys left. Sys left. Boy, sometimes it just won't take it. Just got to keep saying it. Okay. we'll plug in that system. Where it go? Okay. I'm on call 24/7 with my day job, so I had to just check on that. Okay. So I'm ready. I have an earbud in my ear so I can find out if something's going on and I need to take care of.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship restraints withdrawn. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
So you've picked up your 5 units of narcotics. And like I said, this is the suggestion that most people give on how to take care of the black market need. And it's probably the safest. The fines would be the least. All of those kinds of things if, you had any trouble. I suggest always paying your fines or you'll get a warrant and they'll blow you up outside a station. And you don't want that, so. So it's only 14 light years away. The Anarchy system that all the stations are have black markets. And they should allow you to sell them. Sell 1 unit at each station. And they have 6 stations. So if one, for some reason, doesn't take it, go to the next one. If you still had some left over and they wouldn't take it, then get on to anera.cz, put in the system that you're currently in, go to nearby systems on the left, and look up and then choose one of the buttons at the top that says black market, and it'll show you all the nearest systems that have a black market, and they're in stations that have black markets. So just keep hitting those until you can sell them all, and then continue watching the video to get over to the dweller. So I'm going to take you to the dweller as soon as we hit one of these stations. Like I said, since I'm not carrying illegal cargo, a lot of times they won't let me see the market, but you'll have illegal cargo on board, so it'll open for you. So and I'll show you where to go to do that. Okay.
Speed restrictions are now lifted.
Frameshift
Flight
drive
control
charging.
signing off.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But in the last station, at least I could bring up the commodities market and show you where to buy the narcotics to bring it over to this other system. And definitely want to do that to make it a little bit easier to understand what is required. Sys left, Garden Ring is the closest one. They're all 11,000 out there. They're all kind of together. So we're going to go out there. And I'm going to see if they'll let me look at the black market. You would think they would, because I could even buy from the black market, but a lot of times sometimes you can only sell to that one. But for you, that's all you're trying to do. You're just trying to sell 1 unit of narcotics to 5 stations within the system. If one doesn't allow you to sell it, go to the next one until they're all sold, or look on anera.cz under commodities, look up well, you can even look up narcotics and it'll tell you where, but you can go to systems, apply, put in your system, set it as the current your current system on that in the page, and then go to nearest, select black market button at the top of the page, and it will show you all the nearest stations that you can trade black market. Get to know that Inera CZ site. That comes in real handy. That's a pretty good deal. I use that site quite a bit to get around. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I really do. I try to answer every comment that I get. Good or bad, hopefully it's good. I'm doing the best I can. And as of publishing this video, I'm not getting a dime from anybody to produce these videos. It's all coming out of my pocket, and the drawing and the giveaways that, as of this publishing, the published date, it's all coming out of my pocket. I'm just hoping someday in the future that things might change and it might be worth it. But as of the published date listed, I want to make that very clear. SysView. Yeah, I'm using a Oculus Rift S VR headset, and sometimes it gets off. So I have to do that to resync it. I'm going to take you to this one and show you where the black market is within the station, and then you go to the next ones and pause the video and go to the next stations and do the same thing, and then you can pick the video back up when we go out to the dweller's location. But you need to have sold 5 units at different stations, different black markets, to unlock the dweller. And you need to have 500,000 in credits available over your rebuy amount. Don't use up all your money, all your credits. You need that rebuy. So I would say at least have 10 times over your rebuy. Sys left.
Docking request granted.
And if it ever says docking request denied, just keep hitting the docking request. Wait even a few seconds and do it again. Wait a few seconds and do it again. And just keep doing it. Eventually, you'll be able to dock. See, I used to think, well, maybe my ship was too heavy or something like that. No. Somebody else is on the pad, and there's only one medium pad. Now, there is 2 small pads, but there's only 1 medium pad. And there's someone just poking around that snuck in right before you got there, just for spite or whatever. I believe that happens in the game as part of that obstacle course that they've written into it.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
When I can, I always refuel. I always do advanced maintenance. Just make sure my ship is at tip-top shape at all times. Okay, contacts. Black market. This is where you can sell them. See, no commodities match selected. See, it says I don't have them, but you would have them, and your narcotics would be listed that you have on board. Now, only sell one per station. Only one. That's what's demanded by the dweller. So do at this location, and rewind it if you need to. Went to contacts, black market, and it'll be listed here. Sell one, and only one. And after you do that, sometimes it doesn't show up. If you go to the engineers site and it says you still need to sell five dealings with black markets, sometimes it takes just a little bit. Time you get to the next station, you can usually see the previous station where you dealt with one. Just give it a little bit of time. It'll work. Sys left. And then come over and go to each one of these stations. There's 6 stations. So make all 6 stations and sell 1 unit to each, and hopefully by the 5th station you've sold them all. You don't have to do it again. But they do black market. And okay. On Anera CZ it showed us that all did black market. Okay, so we need to go out to the dweller. And he is at, sys left. I might have it under here, and it's called the Black Hide. Nope, it's not on there. Let's see if his system's on here. Nope. So let's put it in WYRD. And since I had the invitation, because as soon as you sell the 5 black market units, you should see that pink bolt thing, that pink nut thing. Because then you get the invitation. And it's the black hide, and it usually won't show. Oh, there it is. Okay, we want that, because we're going there. Now what I press is this N one, planetary map, and I have not scanned that planet, but it'll show it to you if that shows up. So then you can go ahead and hit it. 3 jumps, it's not too bad. Checking my on-call status. So now we're going out to the dweller. Like I said, you needed to pause the video, go to the other station, sell 1 unit. So I assume you have sold your 5 units of narcotics to a black market. So here we go. Now you can just watch the video too, and you get to see it.
Scan detected.
Now, I don't have anything on board, but you will have, or at this point though, you have already sold your And you will see it's either on this panel where mine says RG Python, but over the date and time I think it says illegal cargo, or it's above the fuel down there, right above on the very top. It says one of them, it'll say illegal cargo when you after you purchase the narcotics. I don't like doing a lot of things illegal, and I did it just because I had to get to the dweller. That's why I didn't do it this time. I showed you how to do it. I don't want to do it again. Now, nothing happened. Everything went fine. I didn't get any fines or any of that stuff. Everything was great. But it always makes me nervous, and I just don't like having fines, and certainly don't ever have a warrant. It's just left. And I do check my all transactions at times for... Ooh, I have a barnacle claim. Yeah, I forgot about that because I was out looking at Thargold barnacles. But I have no outstanding fines and no outstanding bounties, just like I like it. So I'll try to do that claim, that Thargold barnacle claim. Okay, so we're ready to go. Yep, I just sped up above 99, make sure it didn't say speeding above the fuel.
Frame shift.
And here we go.
Charging.
I think we have like 3 jumps. It's not very far. Of course, I've got a loaded down over 33 light years,
Ready to engage.
and I'm full of fuel because I don't like having to worry about fuel.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
There are the fuel rats, and there's ways of getting a hold of them, and even in solo mode, and they can find a way to get you fuel. I just don't want to deal with all that. So you can have a fuel scoop on board, or you can do what I did and have extra fuel tanks.
System scan complete.
And I'm always usually looking over at my fuel, just to make sure there's nothing weird going on. I don't want to be caught somewhere without fuel.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yep, check the
4,
recording again.
3,
All's good.
2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, I should get a lot of frequent flyer miles for all of this stuff that I do. Part of my day-to-day grind, though. Do not accelerate while you're pointed at a star. I say it over and over, and I will always say it over and over. It's our destination system.
Frame shift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And we'll land at the Dweller station. I can certainly land. Sometimes they won't let you land until you get the 5 black market. That's your permit. They're notified when you've done your 5. And then you get the invitation. So as far as I know, it's a lifetime invitation. Because I've been back many times, as you have seen, I have 54 modules in storage. that are modded. So I've been back to a lot of them many times. Yeah, I think it's the second one. That's why I pulled out where I could come around. It's this night. Turned on my night vision. Guess it's gonna be dark. No bogeys on my tail. Yet.
Orbital flight engaged.
And be ready to exit Super Cruise on your own. It's dropping out for us, so that's good. Going into a glide, it should kick out within, there it goes. Okay. Is this left?
Falcon, Lacey, Romeo, Golf, India. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 02.
Keep getting dings in my ear from my day job or my on call,
deployed.
but it's not for me. So you come in awfully fast at some of these and it's just thump. And some of them will slow down at the last minute and some don't. Just hits hard.
Procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Okay, so it gives you the history. It says I have grade 5 access. See, my maximum grade has been reached. Now yours, it won't. It might just say grade 3 in the beginning, and the more modules you modify, the more it'll show. And because I only have powered distributors with him right now, the available blueprints. There are more. I'm not carrying everything, like all the weapons and things that he mods, so that's why they're not showing up, because I don't have them on board. I just have the basic stuff on board. So I want to show you these things. So if you were doing high charge capacity powered distributor, grade 1 would be sulfur. Grade 2, specialized legacy firmware and chromium. 3. See, what I want to show you is each one. So if you're at the trader, at the material trader, you can bring this up as a video archive. You know, things you have to move, and you can pin the blueprints. Get back in there. See, down here I could pin the blueprint, and you have to pin it to be able to do it remotely. So you pin that blueprint. Okay, the one that I have done is the charged enhanced power distributor. Specialized legacy firmware for grade 1. Grade 2 specialized legacy firmware and chemical processors. So I just want you to see each one of these. So you can pause the video when you're at the material trader and look for each one of them. Now, they're not all at the same material trader. You got the raw materials, the manufacturer materials, and the encoded material trader. So there's 3 different kinds of material traders. Engine focus power distributor. And there's quite a few of these different kinds. And system focus power distributor. And you can choose which one you think's best for you. You saw which one I did, but that doesn't mean it's the absolute best. I mean, it works. Everything works great. I love everything modded. I can tell the difference before the things were modded and after. Things work so much better with engineer mods for me. And then weapon focus power distributor. Now this is all based on a Python and the class of power distributor that I have on board. But it'll give you an idea. You're going to have to come out anyway, and you can produce your own video, write down the requirements, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what to expect. Now, you did have to pay him 500,000 credits. Now, I've already done that, so I don't have to do it again. I can come out as often as I want. I can pin things. I can do whatever I want to do. So, that's basically what I wanted to show you. If I had more of the things, like he does some weapons and some other things, like Sysrite. The Dweller does power distributors and pulse lasers. So if I'd have had a pulse laser on board, then he would have showed me the pulse laser stuff, but I didn't. I really appreciate you watching my videos, and if you'll scroll or just look down to the lower right, you see a subscribe button, an on-screen one, and just press that. And if it wants you to do something, just follow the instructions that it gives you. Most of the time, if you're logged in, as soon as you click it, you're subscribed. If it asks you, look for where it says private or public, make it public so I can see your subscription, and then go to the left and you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, just below the video. And the first thing, go to that About tab, which gives you my contact email. It also tells you about the weekly drawing for new subscribers. So it's a giveaway drawing, and there's a few requirements that have to be made. You have to be a subscriber within 28 days, so I get the report. The subscription has to be made public instead of private. If it's private, see, half of the subscriptions I already have are private. I can't even see them. It has to be public so I can see it. And you have to send me your contact information and reference your YouTube channel so I can associate it with your subscription for you to be eligible for the drawing. So, okay. Well, that's it. And I thank you again for watching, and hopefully you'll watch more of my videos. Goodbye.